guys, 3D Printed Life here, and take a wild guess what's new. You know yet? You know? Yes? Good! This and that. Major new, I would say. And along with that, major less droopage, like as in little to none, probably less than a millimeter, I would say. Maybe about a millimeter. Regardless, much less, much better, and it was all at a total cost of about $3, maybe $4. Now this is the Gantry mod. I completely forget who it's by, I'm so sorry. I will include that down below in the description, and basically you just print out there's the two main end pieces. There's also this middle piece, but this does not work with the stock extruder unless you have longer screws, so this is kind of useless for me at the moment, although it will be going in eventually once I design a new extruder, a thinner one. And then you also print out this little belt clamp, which goes on this piece, but since I'm not using this, I don't need this, obviously. And you also print out 8 of these little screws. And how it goes together is that there is a bearing inside here, just one on each side, which is awesome that there's this little droopage, which is with just one on each side. And then you screw in these end caps, and they have the holes in the top to allow the rod to go through. And these end ones are bigger, so there's also a little spacer that goes in with them. And same goes on this side. The motor screws right in. The little brass nut thing screws right in. A lot of people don't like how it's mounted on top here, but there are nuts. You won't be able to see, but on the inside there's actually nuts holding it against the plastic, so it will be sturdy and it should be very durable. Now, since this piece, like I said, didn't work for me because I didn't have long enough screws, and the local hardware store does not have screws that long, I just used my old little gantry thing, which actually works very well. It's the same exact spacing as stock on here, and the belt is the same height as stock. So this thing fits perfectly, which is awesome. Thank you, dude, who made this, who I completely forget your name again. I'm so sorry for keeping this stock in uniform. It makes it much easier to keep all of your old pieces compatible. Again, except for the screws not being long enough, but not a big deal. So yeah, that's really the main improvement. That's the only improvement I've done since the last one. But it's a big guy, and definitely worth it. Also, since then, I have, well, obviously this is black, which means I've calibrated the black filament. Compared to the Matter Hackers, I actually like the Matter Hackers filament quite a bit better. It was easier to calibrate, it comes out cleaner, and it doesn't have as many visible ridges and artifacts as these do. Although these were printed at a pretty high physical height, which enhances all those little issues that the old gantry had. So what this means for you guys is that a calibration video is coming soon, since how I calibrate it is fresh in my mind. And I will not just show you how to calibrate it to make prints that look pretty. I will calibrate it so that you can make prints that are within say 0.05 millimeters in each direction. These walls that are supposed to be 0.5 millimeters thick are no more than about 0.52 or 0.53, and no less than like 0.49, which is really awesome coming from such a cheap printer. This cube here, the top got messed up because I had some settings that I should have changed. But regardless of that, it was supposed to be a 20 by 20 millimeter. It came out to, I believe, 20.04 one way, 20.01 the other way, and the top was like 19.99, which is freaking fantastic, I must say, coming from this guy. Wasn't printing too fast, but regardless. So, coming soon, like I said, calibration video for temperature. This guy was a temperature test. Pretty cool. Just found out about that recently, which is cool. I'll definitely implementing that in the future, and I will include it in the calibration video. Other general flow rate calibration. As far as personally, I will be designing my own extruder and printing it, hopefully within a week. The next few days are going to be crammed, so don't expect a new video until probably Thursday. But Thursday and Friday I'll try to put out 1 or 2 videos each day. Also, another problem, is that this little Z coupling guy that I modified and made, he is not sitting straight, so there's some major Z wobble, which is highly apparent in this guy, like very apparent. Reason being was when I printed those two, this set screw is actually loose on it, which isn't good for obvious reasons, but it did make it come out nice and smooth. But you know, obviously I had to fix that, and so while it's going to be more stable now, more predictable, it probably won't fail. It does have the problem of major Z, actually that's not Z wobble, that's like Z ribbing, bad stuff. So I will be trying to come up with a solution for that, and hopefully you'll see that Thursday too. Oh, and finally, I've noticed that this guy is a little bit loose here, so it likes to rattle around and make a butt ton of noise when it's going fast. So I tried to fix it with a little clamp and a rubber band. It didn't seem to help very much, so I'm going to also try to figure out something for that. I will probably end up implementing a kind of a piece like this that will go the full length, and then there'll be a screw plate on this side that you screw in that will just really clamp it down tight. But I'll probably actually end up turning it this way, so there's a piece like this and then a flat piece on the back there that you screw on. And hopefully that will help with the noise issues and still make it so you can take this guy apart very easily. Alright, so that's it. Thank you all for watching. Like I said, calibration video is coming soon. Sorry, I've just been swamped with work these past 1 or 2 days, and I will be continued to be swamped until Wednesday. So keep an eye out for the new videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all later.